This is a stab bar, as you can see, and people have asked me how I stabilize my wires, or how I straighten my wires, which is just a better name. So what I do is just use a surface like this, a phone or mirror glass or whatever. I put the bar on it and I check for the small amounts of wobbling from the bar when I press on either side. This one is pretty straight already, but it's still not perfect, and a lot of that has to do with the bar being totally bent in this direction. Generally, bars will also be bent in that or that direction, and they might also have bending, which makes these two, the bends on the actual stab bar, the 90 degrees, not line up properly with each other, which is also an issue. So for the 90 degrees, you can just use like pens or a syringe. You just bend them back until they're in line with each other. That's very easy to check. You just put it up to your eyes. In this case, I'm using the camera, obviously. Put it up, and then you check if the bar does indeed line up. This is hard to show on the camera, but these line up rather well already. As for bending part, let's say I had a warp in this direction. Just for bending with your hands, put your fingers in the middle and you start bending on it. Keep in mind, this is spring steel wire, which means that when you bend it, it will snap back, and because of this you need to overcompensate for your bending a bit. So now I bent it out of shape a little bit. As you can see, it wobbles a bit more. So just bend it back, it should wobble a little bit less. This is really, all of these angles are the same principle. You just overcompensate for your bends a bit, bend it back, you get it slightly better seated. This one needs to bend a lot more, and starting to get a bit better. Now I gotta bend in the middle. You just need to compensate for that. Still need to compensate a bit for that. Still a bit bent. This is more or less just a trial and error process at this point. You bend, you check all the sides, and when you're done, it should be completely straight. This can take anywhere from 10 minutes to hours, depending on how picky you want to be and how good you want your wires to work for this purpose. Because obviously, the straighter the wire is, the less ticking you will get from your stabilizers when they go up and down.